drier heat, right? You could have temperatures in the 90s in, the valleys of California, the Southwest, but a lot of times it gets cool overnight. You get a little breeze, temperatures drop, and you get that relief. We don't have that kind of relief because of how high the humidity is. And for that reason, the heat is just kind of cumulative. It just builds and builds and becomes more and more dangerous. So let's talk about what to expect for this next weather alert, which continues through Wednesday. Now through Wednesday evening, we will be in a next weather alert for this dangerous heat. Record highs are possible, if not likely more record highs possible. We hit a record yesterday. We're looking at, again, that cumulative effect of the heat building and no relief overnight. Highs 98 to 102, feels like 103 to 110. Dangers, once again, heat illnesses, deadly heat in cars. Cars can become death traps in just a matter of moments. So let's take you through the forecast for today. And today does have a really good chance of hitting that triple digit mark. The reason for that, it's slightly less humid in the afternoon. Yesterday, dew points stayed in the 70s all day. And what's interesting is when you get these higher dew points, you don't get the temperature to rise as high as you do with dry heat. In Philadelphia yesterday, we did hit 99 degrees, making it a new record. Trenton, 97 degrees, tied the old record. Atlantic City tied a record as well. Reading, a new record set yesterday at 99. Allentown set a record of 97. And Wilmington just fell short at 99 degrees, but it got hot. We were so close to 100, just didn't get there, but I think today has a better chance, again, just because of those slightly lower dew points this afternoon. But look at this, 85 degrees right now in Philadelphia, and look at that feels like temperature, 92. That's what it feels like as you step out the door, and it's what, 5:02 in the morning? So we're starting off incredibly warm, incredibly steamy, 100 degrees later this afternoon, slightly lower humidity than yesterday by late afternoon, even though it's very sticky this morning. We've got the chance for a spotty thunderstorm down the shore early today, and then that clears on out, and our feels like temperatures 107 at the height of the day. So maybe a touch lower than yesterday, again, because of the lower humidity, but that also means our surface temperatures will likely be hotter. Coming up, I'll tell you when this heat will break and when we have a day with highs in the 70s. Kim, I'll send it over. You can definitely put even just putting your feet in will help just a bit. And there may be a bit of a sea breeze that tries to develop this afternoon on the sand itself. You go inland and all bets are off, but that could be one place to go to just kind of beat the heat, tap into Mother Nature's air conditioning a little bit. Let's talk about today, because today has the very good chance of hitting 100 degrees and will likely be the hottest of this particular hot stretch because the dew points will be a little bit lower in the afternoon. We're going to get a little downsloping with a light west breeze at the surface. And when air downslopes, it dries out a bit. So we'll see slightly lower dew points, but we'll also see, again, those temperatures able to rise a bit more as that air warms up. So the high, basically this heat pump high that's been centered over us, in a great position to make today the hottest so far. Yesterday holds that title as of now. Our high yesterday, 99 degrees. That was a record, breaking the old record of 98, which was set just last year. We got to 98 degrees. The last time it was warmer than yesterday was back on July 18th of 2012, nearly 13 years ago, 12 years, 11 months, and 5 days ago. Very, very hot then. We had 2 days in that July 2012 that hit 100. We have not hit it since. Today, I think we have a pretty good shot. And here's kind of the reason why. Look where we're starting. 85 degrees right now in Philadelphia. Ugh, that is miserable. It feels like 92. Winds are calm right now. Dew points in the 70s. So it just feels like you're walking directly into a sauna when you step out the door. And we're looking at record heat. The record for today, 99, and looks like we will beat that. Good chance to hit 100, possibly even 101, 102. And it will feel like about 107 at the worst part of the day. But I'll tell you what, even starting about 9 a.m., that's when those feels like temperatures hit the triple digits. That is dangerous to be outside, especially doing any kind of exertion or activity. Really, really monitor yourself and check on anyone you know that may need some assistance. So we have not broken records yet. These are our temperatures so far, but these are the records for today. 99 in Philly, 98 in Trenton, 99 Atlantic City. That's inland at the airport, not on the beach where it will be certainly cooler. 98 in Reading and Allentown, Mount Pocono, 92. That's what we're trying to beat to set a new record today. Here's what it will feel like at the height of the afternoon. Again, not quite as hot as yesterday, probably 105 to 107 in the city, 101 in Atlantic City. Tomorrow, we are hot again. Tomorrow feels like temperatures once again in the triple digits. Even though we may not hit 100, still a very, very hot day and still in a next weather alert. Thursday is interesting because a backdoor cold front sweeps through, and that's a front that drops in really from the north and the east instead of coming in from the west. So what you'll notice through the day Thursday, cooler air starting to move in, and by 10 a.m. we could feel like the 70s in Philadelphia, whereas we still have feels like temperatures well into the 90s off to the south and west. It all depends on the timing of that backdoor cold front. But take a look at Friday as we head into Friday morning, feeling like the 60s, and Friday will only be in the 70s with clouds and a few spotty showers courtesy of that backdoor front, bringing in some cool, stable North Atlantic air. We can use it. Today, though, extreme heat warning, and that's in effect right through tomorrow afternoon. We've got this batch of showers and storms that may get a little closer and bring a storm threat tomorrow afternoon. But then again, it's cool, dry air pushing in at, I shouldn't say dry, cool kind of marine air pushing in Thursday afternoon into Friday. That is what's really going to break the heat. So here's the timing. Today is a hot one. Tomorrow, most of the day is dry. We're sunny, we're hot. A few pop-up scattered afternoon showers and storms does not look like much. And then we'll watch this backdoor front slide on in from the north and the east. You can see the clouds, couple of showers, and as that progresses through the area, it clouds up and it cools down quite a bit. So take a look at the difference here as we look at your next 7 days. Our next weather alert goes through tomorrow evening with highs near 100, feeling like 105 to 110. Thursday, cooling down with a few scattered storms, and then Friday is cloudy with showers, and it's much cooler. We get this cool flow from the north. 78 degrees on Friday, but then we're more seasonable over the weekend. More clouds than sun Saturday. Could be a stray thunderstorm Sunday, but on the whole, it's looking like a pretty typical late June weekend in the area. Kim,